What is up, Guardians? Back at you today with another quick video. Life's been kind of crazy here lately, the past week or so, starting a job and everything. So, video's gonna be out a little bit later than normal. But today I wanted to talk about Xur and just his whole situation and kind of what that's all about, especially as you a new player. So some things to notate for everyone wondering. Okay, what? Who the hell is Xur? What is that about? Uh, Probably one of your friends or somebody has told you at some point in time. But Xur is a character that every Friday until reset, which is Tuesday, um, he has specific exotic weapons and armor, one for each class, with a chance of it being a higher stat roll than usual, along with you being able to get an exotic engram and like a list of different pulls, weapons, etc. Um, Not only that, he also has a chance to have high stat roll legendary gear and even pretty decent weapons overall. So actually, we're gonna go check him out real quick, and as we kind of get into this, I'll actually show you, how that all works and just what he's about. So this week he is on Nessus over in the Watcher's Grave. Did I not go to Watcher's Grave? Nope, they did not tell me to Watcher's Grave. Thought I hit that, but I guess it didn't. Maybe it did. I don't know. I don't really get a Nessus that much. There's really not a reason to go here, so bear with me. But he's always in a different location each week. So this week he is over in Nessus. Sometimes he's in the tower, sometimes he's on Earth. I've not seen him on Europa ever. So that's something to kind of note. Usually EDZ, the tower, or so that's what he looks like. It's not really like
My motions are not wholly under my.
there's no really like
I am
actual
an
like icon
agent
or
of the
anything over him.
nine.
So for this week, we're looking at Lord of Wolves, which is just a shotgun that kind of fires in burst rounds. If you don't have that, it's a good pick. The Lucky Pants for the Hunter. As you can see here, you even have like different stat rolls. So 64 in resilience, 64, 28 in resilience, 10 intellect, 14 strength. Okay, I mean if you're going for more of a not mobility build on Hunter, that's fine. The anti-swords, sliding reflex projectiles. That one's kind of niche, but even still, it's not a horrible roll on Titan. I mean, I've seen better on that one. And more likely, we have Nezarec Sin, which void kills, increased ability regen. Honestly, I'm going to be real with you. This is not a bad roll overall, since your class ability on Warlock is based upon your recovery. Or is it? It is recovery. And I will say the resilience is a little low, but if you can kind of make up for that somewhere else with like an artifice piece later on, that'd be awesome. But that's like super high in content. For weapons, as you can see here, he has a couple different ones. 7 Seraph Carbine, which they've actually issued that through the raid, so I don't know why you would get that here. The John 7 Rifle, Zen Moment Rampage, that's alright. A QS SMG, you can actually still craft this week, so if you haven't gotten the chance, there's still 2 more days to get your 2 guaranteed red borders. So I cannot recommend you enough. Craft this SMG. Go for it. I know that crafting's kind of a weird spot right now, but craft it. Do it. First in, last out. Outlaw Eye of the Storm. That's kind of interesting. It's okay. Our Future, Honor's Edge, and Crown Splitter. So if you actually click on the exotic engram, it'll even show you like the weapon pool here of just certain guns you get. You can even like preview actual exotic weapons. So here's every exotic weapon you can get out of here. Like Monte Carlo. Arbalist is a great gun, especially for high-end content with champions. It's intrinsically anti-barrier. It pops shields. It's in general just an all-around really decent rifle. Even after a fusion rifle, even after they have nerfed it, it's still all right. Thunder Wars intrinsically overload. Can't recommend that one enough. But you can still get a Thunder Ward from your gift of the Thunder Gods if you have not done. So it's just a note. I would go there first over in the helm and grab that. Then grab it here. Xur'S +1's also right. Trinity Goal is also alright. Two-tailed fox is getting an update next season. There's tons of different weapons here that are kind of fun to even mess around with. Even Risk Runner is really fun too. So there's a lot of cool guns here that you can, as a new player, definitely jump on. Exotic armor. Now it's going to be class dependent here. So for Titan, a lot of the non-lost sector armor will be here. So like Seventh Closure, Eternal Warrior, Alpha Loopy, War Rig, Dune Marchers is kind of fun to mess around with from time to time. Hollowfire Heart's fun. Syntheseps is always a good one. Even Heart of Endless Light, which a lot of my builds use Heart of Endless Light. I do use it as a crutch. I will admit that openly, but it's just a really good exotic, honestly, I use. Another thing to notate here is it has this thing called an exotic cipher. Exotic ciphers are what you can use in the tower to get older exotics from the vault. But also, if you want to use an exotic cipher on an exotic engram to get a just random exotic pool,
The nine meant
you can
for
do that
to
too.
have that.
So use one exotic cipher, you can go in there and even get it. Now, I will note, if you notice, I got a Hoarfrost Z out of that. If you've gotten the exotic, even if it's from a lost sector, you still have a chance to still pull one regardless. So it's something just to kind of note. Now, if you go over to armor here, like he has the Vigil of Heroes set this week, at least for Titan. 66 stat roll for chest piece, 64 for gloves. Class item doesn't matter. 60 overall for helm, and 63 for the legs. Now, if you're going for transmog stuff, you can absolutely just grab this, and then you'll be unlocked. Hawkmoon this week. Hawkmoon and Deadman's Tail both will also be here. These are both exotics that kind of just look at what the rolls are on them and see if it's something that you want. I don't really know a lot about Hawkmoon or really DMT. I got a decent one with like Vorpal with Flared Magwell. So, but I don't really use these two guns too much just because I don't play PvP a whole lot unless I'm pretty much forced to. But if you always want to know where Xur is, you can actually see on a website called whereisxur.com. I'll actually go in and tell you where Xur is and how long it's going to be. So it says, where is Xur? It's like a video and even tells you what items they'll have available that week that are exotic.
What happens when every cell
and gives
is
you a
dead?
little notation here on the map. Hey guys, it's a quick, short, sweet, simple video. Next week I'm going to have another video out, hopefully about Hunter. I tried to make one and record one earlier in the week this week. It just didn't meet my standards of what I would argue is good. I didn't want to push it out there. But hey, I hope this helps any of you new Guardians out there and somewhat, and at least kind of points you in the right direction. If you guys want to see any more content like this, let me know. I do plan on streaming when Lightfall comes out, so you can find me over on Twitch at AskRecon. And I'll also even post just probably videos of the actual like campaign missions as we kind of go along too. Kind of sprinkle them out throughout. So if you're just curious what it looks like, I'm sure everybody else will probably be doing it too. But just want to get something out there for you guys. All right, hey, until next time, peace, Guardians.